So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Batistuta. Van Bommel. Big chance!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And we have our very first corner. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's chosen to go back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
Passes short and sharp. Here's Harrier hit! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And Milan have the lead. He gave it plenty and some. Trashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Batistuta. And it's Belletti. Milan currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Messi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Batistuta. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He's having a good look here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Roberto Carlos! And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Neymar. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. This is a promising build-up. Nice interception, well-timed. And he's managed to get rid. That's an imaginative pass. And he's intervened well there. Zico.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Plays it in low. Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Zico is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. He's well positioned here. And that is well cleared. Referee's given a throw. Beckenbauer. And that brings the first half to a close.
Milan are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Milan looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Adams clears without hesitation. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Luis Suarez. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Van Bommel. Zico goes for the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Zico really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Kane. Bellingham. A probing pass. Bullish header! Goal! Certain, searing and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 57 minutes is number 15, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Bellingham. That's Maldini. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Luis Suarez being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Adams. Van Bommel. And it's Xavi Alonso. Zico, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Threads one in. Skims one in. Nicely shaped ball. He has a look up.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Messi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Van Bommel. Xavi Alonso. Milan, moments now away from seeing this one out. Well read, nice interception. Milan are looking to break at pace. And it's Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Zico. And that is that. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Milan.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Another throw-in. Van Bommel. He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a few accusing looks coming his way. Looking for the run. Oh, that's nice. Zico does really well there, strong defending. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And it's Pirlo. Can he get it through? Rummenigge. And this is Pirlo! Tremendous from Pirlo! About as smooth as it gets. And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Crossed into the box. That really would have raised the roof.
Well, look, we know there's a sense of artistry in everything he does. That's so typically him.
And that has been cleared. Messi, steaming on goalwards. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Van Bommel, another pass, just... It's Luis Suarez! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pirlo. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. reflections on the first half?
Milan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And so the action is resumed. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cristiano Ronaldo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Neymar really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Suarez, Luis Suarez. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Might be danger. Cristiano Ronaldo! Baresi. Zico. Baresi. And it's Zico. Luis Suarez touches it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
That is a little undercooked. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance, surely! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And they get themselves in front! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number
So
10,
changes afoot here,
Messi.
and from both sides.
Number 18.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Coming on the field.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden,
Number
bang.
20.
Some
Pele.
intricate passing,
Number
looking
2,
to progress the ball.
Substitution.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Alonso. And this is Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's Snyder! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Borussia Dortmund really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. Kaká gets into a good position. Very nicely done. Pato! And that's a tiny finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
The goal scorer for
An opportunist strike, but... And we're done. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, And those are very good quality. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Spain.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively.
Luis Suarez! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was...
And the finish! Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's let fly. Kimmich. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And the through ball. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Suarez is in a really good position out wide. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Merino, just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Roberto Carlos. Xavi Alonso.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. "30 minutes gone. Quality ball.
Zico is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that's fab. Big chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Heading backwards.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Spain have the chance to go the other way. Played into space. Belletti. Zico. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Belletti. Now he's got space here. Takes a shot! In he goes again! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan leading now. Ferran Torres. Roberto Carlos.
Has been indicated.
Xavi Alonso. This is a promising build-up. Ferran Torres. Belletti. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Milan are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Substitution.
Away we go again. Merino. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Great vision. This looks promising. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Zico. Neymar. Neymar! And that's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 11, Neymar.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not
welcome
feel like
to
that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy.
Against Milan.
This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
He's going for goal! That is simply breathtaking!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Marcelo.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Marcelo.
Oh, facing up to his ad. It's Zico! That was superb goalkeeping.
Zico actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with the corner. They're first.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Belletti. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Deftly away. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Costa Curta. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
That is a brilliant interception. Van Bommel can see things others simply cannot. Zico. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. Aguero. And he's worked it through. And he's straight offside. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Carlos. And here's Suarez. That's a little off target. Well, here's a man adored by many, even
There will
deified
be 1
by
minute
some.
added time.
Well seen. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I'd like to draw your
Milan
attention
trailing
to the screen
by the
right now
tightest
for
of margins
information
at
on our
half-time.
shuttle bus service.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for Spain. Number 22, El Hadj Diouf. Number 15.
So the action resumes.
Coming on the field.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Substitutions taking place.
Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Van Bommel receives it in a good position here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Batistuta is wide and looking to get onto this. Neymar. Marcelo providing an outlet on that flank. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Time and again they are repelled. And this is Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
This is a promising build-up. He'll try from distance! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Probing pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into space. It's Bale! And that was struck with genuine force. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through? And this is Aguero. Ball swung. It's rising! Nearly, but not quite.
Neymar is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Substitution for Spain. Number 14, Gerard.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the shot! Gareth glittering Bale! He's got himself an absolute peach. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. Spain find a position of real strength now. Fermin does well not to be outdone there. Could move up a gear here. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. Good read, needed to be. Xavi Alonso.
Spain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Shot a goal!
Added minute has been indicated.
Schneider. Bale makes a dash for it. And he's found Vermeer! No, not quite. And that's that. Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision.
Shot a goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan with the corner, they're first. Oh, that's nice. And it's Zico. Nice control. Tries one from range. Oh, it's fallen loose again. And he's straight offside.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Zico. Now Van Bommel. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. That's a sharp pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Baresi. Roberto Carlos. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Forlan, and he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's quick to snatch it back. He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan have their second corner now. And it's been hooked away. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. No way through. Now it's Neymar. And here's Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard deals with that comfortably.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good foray he's making. And here's Forlan. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Vitinha. Rijkaard. Zico. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Just past the 40th minute mark. And the pass is intercepted. Xavi Alonso. And here's Neymar. He's being urged to shoot. It's Zico! And that's another fine save.
Zico really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And here's Neymar. Neymar! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
Milan really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then. It's Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Van Bommel. Zico. Van Bommel conjures time and space where few can. Roberto Carlos proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that looks a decent ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Cruyff. He'll try from distance! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Roberto Carlos scoot. Good effort from distance.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Zico. And it's Zico. Now it's Neymar. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Scholes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Roberto Carlos. And here's Batistuta.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Zico, and here's Batistuta. That's really well manoeuvred.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Aguero! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy!
Goal scorer for Argentina.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Sergio Aguero.
Argentina look like they've won it, but it's not over yet. They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable
I'd like
for
to draw
those
your
with a
attention
vested
to the
interest.
screen right now for information on our shuttle
So what do you
bus
take
service.
away from it all? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Manchester United.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
And here's Suarez. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Van Bommel. Well, that is one way to stop him. Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Zico. Roberto Carlos.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Timber. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, a player who needs no introduction. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Robertson gets into a good position. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, such a clever touch. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Goiania with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Couldn't squeeze it through. That is a great pick out. Zico. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Cruyff is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Neymar. Rice, very much a man of this moment. tries to play it through. Good ball, good take. Zico did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There was just...
Goes for the shot! Still goalless. Opts for safety. Van Bommel. Passes short and sharp. It's Luis Suarez! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Jordi Alba making good progress. Cross flung, towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Belletti. And it's Belletti. There's a sharp little ball here. And this is Messi. Messi's header! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Goiânia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Messi. And this is Hullet. Hullet plays it in. And that's an excellent interception. Zico. And the through ball. Oh, that's fabulous.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Luis Suarez. Takes a shot! And a neat finish. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Number 21.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was...
And that is all they have time for. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Van Bommel knocks it out wide. Crunching tackle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. He's pitched shot at goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rice. And here's Hullet. Well, that is one way to stop him. Luis Suarez has found the net here, of course. Belletti. It's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Xavi Alonso. And that is out of play. Bullet! It's bounced back off the post. Van Bommel can see things others simply cannot. Zico. And it's Zico. Casemiro. Cruyff. Bullet. Looking for the run. Now that's well seen too.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now, can they get him away? Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Zico. And it's Zico. Tries to pass it through. Goiania needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Zico. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Over to the right flank. Space for him to turn and look. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution for Milan.
Number 8.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives.
Number 23, Van Bommel.
Coming on the field.
He's rising! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really
minutes
smart
has been
movement, Peter.
indicated.
Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And there goes the final whistle. Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
And we have our very first corner. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Here's the return pass. Mateus. It's Belletti. And it's Modric. Has a look and plays it forward. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Zico is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And a shot!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Space for him to turn and look. Cross goes in there. And it's claimed by the keeper. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Zico. And it's Roberto Carlos. Some really good ball movement. Batistuta. And here's Suarez. Out towards the flank. Luis Suarez. And he's heaved it away. Nicked it back promptly. Van Bommel. Probing pass. Floated through. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Modric, steaming on goalwards. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Van Bommel can see things others simply cannot.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Roberto Carlos. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
We are glad to inform
So
you that
neither
today's
side
match
has
day
found a way
programs
through
are
yet.
available from
Well,
stands
this will have given them a
located by the
chance
gate.
to look for any
I'm sure they'll
potential
make
holes
fine
and
souvenirs.
weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, easy pickings there. Luis Suarez looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And he's in, and Batistuta! And it's come back out to him. And there's a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And he's... Luis Suarez! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Substitution for Brazil. Number 11, Batistuta. Number
So time for
21,
change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 19,
Milan are doing
Van Dijk.
very nicely, thank
Number
you.
3,
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled.
And
Middle
Stoichkov!
field. Number 9,
Who's got the final touch there?
Number
Goal kick's been
17,
given.
Stoichkov. Number 8, Dunk. Number 25, Akanji. Number 14,
Milan
De Bruyne.
have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Baresi. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, good spread. De Bruyne. That's put pay to the danger. Brazil have reclaimed it. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they're quick to get it back. That's a nicely shaped ball. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. De Bruyne! De Bruyne! And that's a real chance missed.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Zico. Roberto Carlos, the man synonymous with solidity. Played into space. Now that's well seen too.
4 added minutes has been
Zico.
indicated.
It's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos charging forward down that flank. Now it's Saviola. Stoichkov. Now this could be a Brazilian counter-attack. Pass is just off target. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better
Security
side.
staff
It
for
turned
each-
into... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening.
today's
The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
That's been cut out, well played. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Zico. Is there a real chance? He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Zico simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's lost his man here. And this is Messi. Aguero. Now there's a fine... Shapes to shoot! It's in! And there is your opener. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Milan are behind here despite their domination of possession. And that could set him on his way. That has been cut short. Irwin is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Aguero. Xavi Alonso.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Irwin is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Zico. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Neymar. And this is Roberto Carlos. And a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. He leaps for it! Oh, good finish! AC Milan are all square. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Zico, Luis Suarez. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Belletti. Adams. Baresi. Roberto Carlos. And this is Neymar. Well, that is good. Super running shot. He's had a shot! And the keeper read that really well.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Zico.
That was lovely, that.
And the shot! Oh, and again! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Roberto Carlos. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played into space. Oh, they can break here. That's the end of the first 45. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. The second half is up and running. It's Neymar! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Milan go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Roberto Carlos.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
There's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the finish! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah,
Neymar! And no mistake. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Messi, he's through on chance for a shot! Van Bommel conjures time and space where few can. Belletti. Now Van Bommel. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, now he can run away with it. Zico. Now it's Luis Suarez. Knocks it into space. Neymar! It's a goal! Irrepressible, imperious. That's what makes him what he is.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Substitution.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Milan are having a ball here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Roberto Carlos. Zico is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Chance! Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a threatening ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos. And here's Suarez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Cadiolu has the space to scheme. Zico. Luis Suarez. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is a decent chance! Goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Clinical, just clinical. That's that, the end. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that.